I love it. You're using my 3D printer as a hat rack.
Like that? Well, at least it's up.
Hello, my friends.
What up?
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 23 of 2026. I'm Chris Louie, and the proud owner/parent of 2 rescue cats. With me, we do not have my co-host Duke Silver, who is taking some much-needed time off somewhere sunny and warm. And we finally have Glenn Medina back on the show, safe from that evacuation. We are glad that you're safe, Glenn, and you made it back okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to be back. Somewhat, I think.
So I think I can tell the listeners now where you were. So you were down in SoCal, and for Raj's benefit as well, he was down in visiting his kid in SoCal, and he was in the blast radius of that chemical leak that happened like 2 weeks ago or so. So he had to evacuate from there. He was going on there for a vacation, spend some time with the kids, and nope, pack up your things, you got to go.
Yeah, that was hellacious. We spent 4 nights in a hotel, then I had to put my kid up in a hotel for another 2 nights, and it wasn't fun. It was not fun whatsoever.
Is insurance or the airplane company going to pay for that bill, Glenn?
You know, I don't know. It's we're gonna see. I'm afraid to put a claim in, and then all of a sudden my insurance rates goes up higher than what it's supposed to, because now I live in a danger zone. Right? I'm gonna get dropped.
Seems like a Better Call Saul situation. Like, the airplane company should definitely pay for it. Is there a leak?
Airplane company? Was it an airplane company?
It was an aerospace company, but they build airplanes.
Aerospace, yeah.
They build airplane parts.
Yeah. What I didn't know is that methyl methacrylate, that's the stuff that they use to make false teeth with, or dentures, or plastics, or whatever. Well, lots of uses for that methyl methacrylate. So, you know.
Yeah. So some old people were trying to break in, and then they caused the leak. Is that what's happening?
Make some fake teeth.
Maybe. Yeah. 7,000 gallons of, oh my God, what the heck is this?
Wait, was there ever a time where you guys actually were concerned that this thing would explode?
So we got there like Thursday night, or I got there Thursday night. The wife and one of the daughters got there like in the morning, and then when I was driving in, I got an Amber Alert. One of those alerts on
emergency
your phone,
action, the EAS, or whatever.
and it said that the shelter in place for the city that my kid lives in, and it was like, that's kind of odd. And then I noticed there was a whole bunch of, as I was driving into the neighborhood, there were a whole bunch of police cars with sirens and everything. And then the whole night, there were helicopters just buzzing overhead, which is only a mile away from where we live.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then when they said you must evacuate at 6:30 in the morning, got the message. It wasn't a shelter in place. You must evacuate. It was like, oh my God, this thing's really bad.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just got real.
Let's not question the authorities on this one, because you know what happens, right? Like, it never fails that they, you get these people that question, and just like, when I was in Maui and they said get out of the water, and everyone was like, "What? I don't get it. What?" And then a shark comes in and eats them all. Right? Like, I don't want to be that guy. And I'm like, okay, I'll get out of the water. Okay, I'll evacuate.
Yep.
No harm, no foul.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Well, I'm glad nothing happened.
Yep.
Agreed.
And you totally could have been on a cruise ship with hantavirus instead. And then got home, and then nobody wants to talk to you at all.
That is definitely another way to look at it.
Yeah. The quarantine out in Nebraska. Our guest this week is the returning Raja Khalid. We are so excited to have you on. Hopefully you have not had any more run-ins with the Mexican police since we last had you on, so welcome back, Raja.
I have not had any run-ins with the Mexican police in a while, but I'm happy to be back. So this is exciting.
At least not since last week. So.
At least not since last week.
Good to have you back. Come on, we have decades of information security experience and here not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories for you this week. So sit back, relax, and as you're listening to this podcast, today marks exactly 20 years since I finished all of my undergraduate work. June 8th, 2006. Fun fact, my senior thesis was a paper on an analysis of whether the country of Somalia would ever become a democratic country based on about 20 different indicators. My conclusion in 2006 was no, and guess who was right? 20 years later, still not democratic.
That's
we should drop the indicators into ChatGPT and figure out if those were the right indicators you were looking at. Or...
That's true. Yeah, I should go dig up my senior thesis and feed it into AI.
20 years later.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it took me like not my entire senior year, but a good portion of it. I was supposed to be working on it. I'm like, I bet AI can do this in like 5 minutes now.
What grade did you get on
research? I got a pass. It's pass fail, so I got a pass.
Okay.
And if you fail, you don't graduate, and you got to stay until you pass.
Yeah, imagine if you had AI back then. Would you have taken advantage of it?
Oh yeah, everybody would have. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I think it was the the leading frontier models, Claude, OpenAI, Gemini. They all saw like a noticeable drop in usage after college got out. Like this is the day college got out. This is the average daily, the monthly daily active user count, and it went noticeably down when school got out.
That is hilarious. Yeah.
So I found out how they can check for it. So I actually had a friend that was going through, I believe, an MBA program, and so he had the instructions, and if you copy and paste the instructions into ChatGPT, at the bottom where it was almost like invisible to the normal eye, it would tell ChatGPT to type guacamole in twice. And so like
an invisible prompt injection.
An invisible prompt injection.
Yeah.
And so that all the professors knew exactly who used AI, but my friend was smart enough to be like, find that. And I was like, oh, I get this. Okay. So then he just took it out and he was like, yeah, I used AI. It was pretty easy. So
it's all cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Because when we were younger, I don't know about Glenn, but when we were younger and we had to read a book like Romeo and Juliet or Paradise Lost, we just get Cliff Notes or Spark Notes, and like there wasn't much the professor could do about that, and you didn't read the whole book, and that was the thing back then. We actually had a teacher, and it's one of those unverified things, but plausible. Was I remember my sister had to read a specific book, and we drove around to like all the Barnes and Nobles back then and the Borders and all the bookstores, and every single store was sold out of the Cliff Notes of this one specific book, and it was the book she had to do the report on. And we're like, it's some kind of conspiracy, like the teacher went around buying all these up so the students couldn't use it. Unverified, but hilarious if true.
I remember those days, the Borders days.
Yeah. Back in
my
day.
Books.
Yeah.
Back in the yellow books. Yeah.
All right, this week we're going to talk about a major meta AI fail, prediction market pandemonium, for our third topic, hiring boomerangs, and close with Science Corner. For our first topic, this will be our boneheaded story of the week. Another quote, AI support agent with God mode permissions story.
Ooh.
Apparently, Meta's AI support tool had way too much access and could reset passwords on accounts or add email addresses to the recovery for these accounts without even performing any kind of proper multi-factor authentication or real identity checks. People were selling and banning popular usernames left and right. The way the exploit worked was an attacker would interact with the Meta AI support agent and say, I lost my account. I don't have access to my email anymore. Can you send a recovery code to this email instead? And it would be an attacker-controlled email. Without performing any kind of real verification checks, the Meta AI support agent would do just that and give the attacker complete reset capabilities for the account. Now, they do have a security feature built in that says you have to take a video selfie of yourself to prove that you are who you say you are. Well, what did they do? They'd get a photo from the actual Instagram account, feed it into AI, and then make their own selfie video and then play that back for the Meta AI, and it would believe it. To make matters worse, Meta has no human support possible. Now, I've actually had multiple people I personally know, their accounts got hacked and they legitimately could not get anybody to respond to their request from support to restore their access, even though they were the rightful owners of the account. One stupid workaround was that you would have to subscribe to Meta Premium to get that blue checkmark, and that gives you at least one level higher of support tier where you might actually be able to get a person online. Now, if a real human looked at this, they could decide in 2 seconds that yes, this was an account takeover attack and I'll give you your account back to you, but simply because there's no humans in the loop, it makes it really hard.
Just makes it easier just to create another account.
I think that's what happened to somebody I know. They like, it's too much work. I'm just going to call this one lost and start a new account.
And then Meta gets to report that they've got so many new accounts created, right?
Yep.
So,
yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way, like, how does this pass any type of checks before it's even released? It has to be, I'm with Glenn on this one. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because there's no way. I mean, like, put us in the room. I bet you we would find every way around certain things. Like, there's no way that their testers are not testing these things.
Well, I just want to know why I didn't think of this first. So.
You want to take over at Glenn? That account.
Yeah. Because I need to reset my marketplace account. So, oh, man.
Yeah, there were
this
some
whole time.
I guess you call it bare minimum checks. One was a selfie test, but that's easily spoofable. And the other was the attackers used a VPN to VPN into a node that's close to where the user normally logs in from. Because if my account normally logs in from San Francisco and all of a sudden I log in from Tokyo, well, that throws up additional checks. But if I VPN into San Francisco, make it look like the account reset request is coming from San Francisco, then it's less strict. But again, that's like, it's so easy to spoof that. That's not even a security measure anymore.
Make sure you're testing for the goofiest things because people will try everything.
I think that's part of the whole AI guardrail thing too. Like that's trust and safety. Like when you click on that forgot password, like I forgot my password, it sends you to this AI agent, and it's like you said, it's like you gotta test every single corner case out of this and make sure there's no way that somebody could bypass it like this.
Or at least have some human in the background verifying, like, yeah that makes sense.
Meta just laid off like 8,000 people. I wonder if that might be one of the reasons that they're going with this AI support agent instead.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right, that's what it's about, right? How much is the AI going to cost versus how much? So,
well, I can guarantee you one offshored employee is cheaper than AI right now, sitting in some data center.
The token usage.
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
yeah, I think before we were recording, Roger was telling us that his token cost went up unexpectedly just by the way that certain instructions were given. So I imagine that these companies, same thing. You don't put cost controls in, you're gonna get quite a hefty bill.
Yeah, definitely put the limits on your Claude right away. Do not let Claude Code talk you into spending money that, And they're like, just go ahead and do this. It's totally fine. And then all of a sudden you get a bill from Anthropic and you're like, oh, I see how this works, Claude. I see what we're doing here.
Like, trust me, turn this on, wink, wink.
Yeah, I bet. Maybe that's the hidden back door, right? They're gonna code something for you, knowing that you're gonna have to go back for more. So
yeah, or you're gonna have to troubleshoot it for hours, and you're gonna have to hit the API multiple times, so they could just keep charging you.
Yeah.
It's somewhat related to story 3, a little bit of foreshadowing here, but I wonder if this means that Meta will have to actually bring humans into the loop on this. But I was trying to think, like, well, what's actually the downside for Meta? There's really no downside for Meta because they don't take a reputational hit. No one's going to stop using Instagram because of this. No one's going to stop advertising with them. Like, again, they really have no reason to put a human in the loop here, other than maybe a little bit of bad PR.
Yeah, well, you saw that they're actually hiring back some of their employees, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
that's topic 3.
Article, if you validated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. There you go. Well, good. Something I actually brought up to the group finally made it to one of the topics here.
What do you mean finally? This is the first time you submitted something, Glenn.
I do like showing up and just blowing air.
Yeah, I was so blown away. I'm like, Glenn actually thought of a topic. I gotta throw this in now.
But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, who's losing anything with a loss of a social media account?
Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid. Like that's why this is the boneheaded story of the week. Like it's so boneheaded that somebody can just like. First of all, an AI agent has this capability, and second of all, it was so easy to just trick it that way.
Yeah. And what value does anybody get out of breaking into a Facebook account or an Instagram account? Like, let's go after the man. You know what I mean? Like, if you really wanted to do something, why don't you take Meta AI and actually have Meta AI, their costs just skyrocket and go after Facebook so they have to make some changes.
Yeah.
I think they realize looking at it from the personal standpoint, though, right? Because there's the business. Yeah. There's businesses that use Facebook and Instagram. True. Yeah. So maybe there's some loss for them.
There's a big dark, like underground marketplace for rare handles. So like single letter handles like @H or @N are extremely valuable. They're worth like tens of thousands of dollars. Or there's a guy that had @Tennessee and his account's been hacked multiple times. And that's part of it is that they can sell access to it, because since it takes Meta so long to restore access, so it can own that legitimately until Meta puts a human in the loop. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is like cyber activism. So Barack Obama's White House account, like the official Barack Obama White House account, got hacked. It was posting like pro-Iranian propaganda on there. So the other thing.
Oh, those guys are so awesome. These past few months, they've been just hilarious and awesome. By the way, those videos are so good. The Twitter videos, oh, so great. Yeah, their PR has been fantastic, by the way. So that we
I haven't
we
seen
need
the
to step
Twitter
up our
videos.
game. You have not seen the Lego videos?
Yeah.
Of like the Iranian propaganda. Oh, they are so hilarious. So hilarious and so funny.
I don't think I get your...
I know. I think you and I might have different feeds.
Yeah, you might have a different feed. So what feeds do you subscribe to over there?
No, these are legit Lego
videos for Iran.
These are actually pretty famous. Check out Lego Iranian videos. These have been like all over Twitter, and it's really hilarious.
I don't think I'm putting that in my search.
Maybe in incognito mode.
Yeah,
maybe. But I'm telling you, it's actually been
for science.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's for science.
Right. All right.
You could let AI know it's for educational purposes only. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember the videos when it wasn't this past year, but maybe a year before, the first round of bunker buster strikes on their nuclear sites, and Iran put out some videos from their official state media account, and it was like, oh, Israel's able to hide, F-35 fighter jets inside apartment buildings. Like, this is the special elevator that lets it come out of the apartment building. That was like their justification for, rocket attacking these apartment buildings. Like, no, these are legitimate military sites. This is how easy it is to hide a jet in an apartment building.
This is totally different. These are like songs with like hip hop background with like labeling Donald Trump a whole bunch of curse words, and it's hilarious. It's like South Park and Legos all mixed together. It's so fun.
It's not like the one with Trump and Maduro doing the dance.
Yeah,
the jiggy.
There's some of those. There's some of those. Yeah.
What was the one that where they get drunk and they forget where they are? And
the Hangover.
The
Hangover videos. Yeah,
Maduro,
those are always funny.
Passed out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny that we just live in the era of AI video now, and we just have like all these amazing headlines that people can just make whatever they want with it.
Yeah. Do we really need a marketing team?
Not anymore, I guess. Marketing rates itself.
Creativity is just out there. Yeah.
Got to appreciate both sides.
Yeah, for sure. All right, for our second topic, a Google security engineer gets hit with insider trading charges on Polymarket for betting on the top 2026 search, or I should say 2025. We're still in 2026. So the top 2025 search trends. The Google employee allegedly had inside knowledge from his job at Google. He placed large bets on long shot outcomes and then cashed in to the tune of about $1.2 million. Now the feds are saying that's not how this works. He's been arrested on a number of securities fraud charges, and the Google employee even tried to conceal the wins by laundering the money through multiple exchanges and Tumblr servers, but the feds were able to trace the winnings back to him, which, for a public service announcement, committing a crime is one thing, but trying to conceal it adds additional charges. So this guy just made it worse. Like, there's no way he could say that I didn't know that this was illegal, because he actively tried to hide his tracks, which makes it way worse.
Dude, the guys don't learn. Like, how could you not know that you can't do that, or at least hide it someplace else, right? Like,
use a proxy, as a person, not a proxy, but have your brother-in-law do it. Have somebody not related to you do it. And
not that we condone this type of action. We're just saying, just from what we hear from other listeners,
be better.
Yeah. Well, one huge red flag was that this trader only traded on Google search trends and also scored a perfect 25 out of 25 on his predictions, including some really long shot bets. So statistically, it was impossible for it to happen by chance. So that just threw all kinds of red flags in Polymarket's fraud detection. I heard that you only have to be correct 54% of the time on sports betting to make a career out of it. So batting 1,000 is a surefire way to get pinched.
I'd say so. My God.
This Raja, do you bet on prediction markets?
I don't bet at all. Yeah, no gambling for me.
It's probably a good move.
There's no way, because I would definitely be in the 8%. That would be my winning percentage, is 8%, 10%.
Yeah.
So I just know.
Yeah.
It's a losing battle.
House always wins.
I can tell you, I've given it up. I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
Won't need it. Don't need it. And it's I just don't care anymore. I'd rather just not spend the $20 on that and just buy a beer.
Spend the money on something more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I thankfully I'm still up in my career, because Cal, she has a lifetime tracker. So thankfully I'm still up. Not up as much as I used to be. I placed a few stinkers there, but thankfully I'm still ahead.
Yeah, but you don't really make anything until you bet on those stinkers, right? Those
long shots.
Yeah.
I did win money on the Sean Strickland UFC fight.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was a 4-1 underdog. I'm like, I've got to put some money on the American boy, and sure enough, he came through decision, and made some off that one.
Yeah. You didn't bet $1 million, did you?
No.
Did you know something?
I did not. I made $20 or something.
Yeah,
Trust me. If I had insider knowledge, I would have made more than $20.
I'm kind of done. I was like, okay, I'll just pump another $100 in here, and it's gone. Now I'll just do another.
And it's gone.
$100. I'm it's gone. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So, just like that, our ish bets. Right?
Yeah,
so,
the crypto coins that
coins,
Brian convinced us to buy.
Won't do that again. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you a crypto speculator, Raja?
I am not.
Probably better move.
Better move. Not going to do it.
He likes that PS5 sitting under his TV. He's like, this is a sure bet right here.
What is impressive is the guy that got away with, and still gets away with, shorting oil 11 different times and made a whole ton of money. That was pretty.
You mean Pelosi?
Or whoever it was. Not putting names out there.
Unnamed trader out there.
Yeah. I could have swore we talked about this before, though, Chris. No? Is this
we talked about it was the guy who took a hairdryer out to De Gaulle Airport and used a hairdryer at the temperature sensor. Yeah, he bet that the temperature would be this high. It was another long shot bet, and he figured out, well, if I take a hairdryer to this weather detector, because that's the one they use, I can win that way.
Yeah.
So it's always...
That is so awesome.
Always trying to game the systems one way or another.
Oh, you can't game the system.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always say, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. And why are we surprised that people are cheating the system?
I just love the creativity. That's just awesome.
Well, you got to look at it though, right? Because house always wins.
Yeah.
So I think the house is cheating just as much as anybody else, right? Like
they get to legally cheat. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. What do you mean you can't count cards mentally in your head? It's like, I'm not using a machine, so I don't understand why you're going to kick me out if I have that type of mind.
Right. If I lose millions of dollars to this casino, they're like, oh, you'll come back next week, Mr. Louis. But if I win millions of dollars by legally counting cards, they're like, we don't want you here anymore. Like, how's that right?
Yeah. I don't know. But so is this guy was he getting jail? Was he getting money?
He's getting put up for 10 years. I think it's the maximum sentence. So if convicted, he can do some real jail time.
Oh, he's not going to last very long. He sounds like an engineer. So,
part of me wonders if whenever these prediction market rigging cases ever come to sentencing, if the judge is going to like throw the book at them and say, I'm going to make an example out of you so other people won't do this either.
Yeah, but there's so many other people in Congress that do rig it, right? So, I mean, just to go back.
Some people think they're above the law.
Yeah. Well, they do make the law, right? So that's the problem.
The funniest thing is the markets where people can actually control it. And like the temperature, in theory, you can't control the temperature, but there was like the one for the Super Bowl, like, will there be a Super Bowl streaker? And it's like, well, I'll bet $20,000 that on yes, and then I'll go out there and do it. So it's like one of those things. I think the guy that did that, they found the company bet with found out it was him, and then they were able to cancel the bet. But if he told somebody else that, right, then they probably could have profited from that.
That was rigged. It's all rigged.
Gotta love the creativity.
Yeah. Well, that was part of Kalshi's motivation of saying like they will not do death markets, because if somebody bets a ton of money that this person is going to die, well, that will motivate somebody to assassinate that person. Like we don't want to be responsible, so that's why they don't have these death markets.
Huh.
Probably somewhere on the dark web. It's probably out there.
There's like an evil Kalshi app out there somewhere.
There's evil.
It's been out there. What are you talking about?
It's called a bookie. It's called a bookie.
Yeah.
Betting the old-fashioned way. All right, for our third topic, companies like Google, Meta, Klarna, IBM, and Shopify went full hype mode last year, slashing jobs left and right because AI will do it cheaper and faster. Now, well, 29% have already quietly reopened those exact same roles, and over half the executives are regretting those major job cuts. Gartner says we'll see about 50% restaffing by 2027, which is your classic move fast and break things, and then rehire everyone back at a premium move. Klarna froze hiring and let an AI chatbot replace 700 support reps, which was a pretty famous story at the time. The CEO of Klarna says, yeah, we're doing it. We're going to save a ton of money this way, and AI is just as good. Come to find out, satisfaction tanked and started bringing physical people back. Brian would probably say something like, I told you so, while burping into the mic. For mid to large size companies, cloud compute and API fees have rapidly scaled to astronomical levels, and there's a story from Uber's CFO that said they blew through their annual token budget in just 4 months. Now, there's no free lunch, and this round tripping comes at a cost. Companies who rehire for positions report only hiring people who are AI native and have the added productivity boost of someone who integrates AI into their daily workflow. Now, both of you are hiring managers, so my question is, what role does AI take in your hiring and promotion decisions? And this can mean multiple things. You use AI tools in that process, or what do you look for in a candidate and their use of AI?
I mean, it's at least like if you're just talking about the hiring process, obviously that's become, where you have to be aware of people using AI to pass things like tech screens, or people getting hired who are not who they say they are, right?
Yeah.
So if you're just asking about the process, yeah, I mean, that's obviously it's a concern.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, using AI, leveraging it to be better at your job, like I love it, right? Like if we can figure out a way to make it less impactful on the environment and actually be like, where it's like a self-contained kind of thing, where it just kind of recycles it upon itself, like I would push it, like it solves so many problems. We definitely,
That's coming soon. We're getting data centers in space.
So
yeah, there we go.
Unlimited free energy.
I think here's where people, like even the one, I've talked to several people and customers and people that are in, it's like everyone thinks there's this magic about AI. Like you ask it a question and it's going to give you the right answer, and then you ask it to do a series of tasks and it'll give you the series of tasks accurately. It's like, it's not quite that way. It's still like this bumbling child that's super, like the savant kid or the genie in a bottle when you say, hey, I'd like to be, I'd like to be rich beyond my dreams, and then you get this.
It turns you into a drug lord.
It turns you into a drug lord.
There's
that
Brendan Fraser movie. I remember Bedazzled.
Yeah.
I think it was Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Claude would do that. That's
Yeah. So I think it's like these high aspirations that AI will do all these things without necessarily doing a fundamental check. Is AI really ready to do all these things?
Yeah, just like pushing code. Like we've learned the hard way. Don't let AI push production code. Like you can have it generate the code, but you need a human to review it before you push it.
Yeah, and even then, right? Like I'm hearing all the things that you do with Claude is you don't tell it, here's what I want, and it's in its entirety, and then all of a sudden it spits out this application. You start small, you have it do one piece, you add other pieces to it, then you go back, you iterate, and then you keep adding pieces to it. It's iterative, right? And so it's not this, hey, I need this application that does XYZ, and then it magically does XYZ. It just doesn't work that way, right?
Yeah, we're all engineers. Like we all follow the engineering method. Like you say, you start with the minimum viable product, does what it says you want it to, then you start adding features to it, or it doesn't get it quite right, so you iterate upon that and correct it. And Raja's API bills prove that. You have to do the same job 18 different times, and then you finally get the output you want.
That's because he's building a circular reference in there that keeps charging himself.
and then like the thing is, like you really have to guide it. You really have to watch everything that it's doing. You have to know what it's talking about. You start throwing out there, hey, build this, and it's just, it doesn't take anything into consideration. It's just jimmying and hard coding whatever it feels like, and just make some stuff.
Yeah. And then it's like, hey, you built in some CVEs inside there. We're like, I didn't build it, you did. What are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like you give it the instruction, make no mistakes, write no vulnerabilities, and then comes back with holes in the code.
Yeah, and if you've built code with it, you realize if it's asking you to leverage other tools, its documentation is so outdated.
Yeah.
And almost every tool updates their UI, updates their documentation almost every 6 months, every year. Some of these things are like 2 years old, and it's like, dude, the UI does not look like what you're saying that it looks like at all. So,
Yeah. It'll definitely be I think it'll be a tool, and I do see it as a productivity increase, that if you give an engineer the AI tools, they could be 1.2x effective, 1.5x effective, maybe even twice as effective, but you still need that human in the loop. And I think that's part of the story, is that instead of hiring, let's say I need 1,000 new people to support my scale of my company, well, I'll just hire 500 people that are 2x due to AI, and you have the 500 people person cost, and you have their token usage, and it seems to be a better trade-off than just hiring 1,000 average people.
Yeah, but then you go, well, I should have just went to the overseas and just got a couple people for $3 a day, right? So
yeah. What's your team's expectation for AI usage?
Mine?
both of you. Both of you guys are managers.
Yeah, I think you have to use it. You have to be able to adapt. And I think in today's world, especially with technology, not just in cybersecurity, but in tech in itself, the world that we live in, if you're not doing these things and you're not using it, then you'll become the guy that's still programming in COBOL, right? So
still using a typewriter.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I remember in high school we still had a class for Pascal. So
yeah. He was like Fortran or one of those.
And those guys made money in Y2K.
Oh yeah,
right? They made
money hand over fist. Yeah.
So
rewriting.
I don't know. I mean, I think this is just the evolution of what we do in security as well as in tech. I mean, just like I think Elon, right? Like, whoever thought that we'd be driving around electric cars. I mean, I've got the first generation of kids that's never driven a gasoline engine. Yeah. They've never pressed a button on a car, nor turned a key in order to turn the car on. But these kids just jump in a car and then drive off.
Yeah.
And they'll never know what the sound of an engine sounds like, right? Or having to go fill up a car with gas.
Yep.
Right. So
Raja, my kids, when they're trying to drive, they might not even have steering wheels anymore. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
If they can perfect that, I'd be all for it. That would be so great.
Yeah.
At least highway. Like, highway should be doable. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, inner city traffic, it's a little bit more, there's a lot more variables, but like highway traffic, you should be able to just press a button and just let go.
Yeah.
I can tell you the evolution of when I got my first computer, right? First game system, first computer, no internet, then all of a sudden having the internet, years later, it's just wild. I mean, I'm part of this generation that did this, right? And my kids are part of this generation that just like, hey, look, I got this thing on my phone. Like, I don't need a computer, Dad. What do you know? What do I need a computer for? I can do everything on my phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think Raj and we're part of they call it the the pre-internet era. I think we're probably like the last generation. Like, in high school, we didn't really have internet. Like, I know our high school didn't have internet. I think we had internet at home. We had dial-up, but through most high school, we never had internet.
So my dad moved us to Pakistan when we were younger. Okay, just to like. I don't know. I think I said no to my mom like one time or something, and he like, "Oh, you're gonna learn respect of your elders."
No, there you go. That's like true Asian dad right there.
Yeah.
I love your dad.
So like, we're inner city Chicago. All the kids around us are just turning out not okay. So he just sends us to Pakistan. This was 4th grade. I get back in 7th grade and everybody's got a computer, and I had no idea what it even was. Like, no clue. And everybody already was just like typing away, knew how to do everything on it. And I was just like totally lost. Took me a while, but yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, for kids in school, because my kids are still pretty young. One of them's using a computer every day at school. It's like, at what point do you like start introducing these things? Because on the one hand, you don't want to be left behind. I'm sure in China, everybody's using it. We don't want to get left behind in the tech race, but on the other hand, like, this thing can be extremely powerful. Like, you got to use it responsibly.
Yeah, and you got to put in guardrails no matter what.
Yeah, like their Chromebooks are pretty good about doing that. Like, she asked me, how do I do something on this computer? And I'm like, how do you do something? So I went on. First, I go to DuckDuckGo because I don't trust Google. I use DuckDuckGo. It's like, nope, DuckDuckGo is blocked. You can only use Google. I'm like, oh, great. So they have my kids' information. So I search it up, and then the first blue link is a Reddit link. It tells me exactly what I need to do. I click on the Reddit link, like, nope, you're not allowed to go there. I'm like, come on. So then I'm just like, I'll just pull out my computer. It was on her school Chromebook. But it was something fast.
You didn't know how to get past it?
No, well, yes, but it was faster for me to pull my phone out of my pocket and search it than to, like, spoof DNS or something. Tunnel the traffic out.
So let's get back to this topic, right? If you think about, like, here I am, or here I was like 5 years ago trying to influence my kids into something that was kind of, I would call it recession proof, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
welding.
Go into computers, go be a mechanic, go be a plumber, go into the medical field, right? And then you find all these things kind of at different times of the economy, they could be at stake. This is an interesting one for tech, right? Because we're at that point where it's like, do they really need us? Like, do you still need someone that's going to, configure a switch, configure a firewall, configure programs, when it's going to be like, here's this AI system, it's connected, and then it's going to be able to protect against AI threats because it's AI against AI, right? I mean,
right.
Imagine the world of the future, right?
Well, that was always the concern about us working in security. Are we going to secure our way out of a job that security is going to be so good? Like, no, the answer is no. There's always going to be nefarious actors out there that find ways to circumvent it, and that's why they still need us.
Yeah, I say not today.
Not
I'm
today.
safe for another 5 years.
It's moving really, really fast though. Like
it is.
When Cylance came out, they were kind of the first ones to teach me kind of machine learning and AI. They like sat me down for a couple of days and did a boot camp.
Yeah, they were cutting edge. I remember when they were big.
But they were kind of feeding their own. They
got caught. Yeah. It was. But the thing is,
look over here, but not over here.
Yeah, but like they were showing us like this Mario program, right? Where like a computer was fed all the different ways that you could die in Mario Brothers, and like it's still there on YouTube where you can go and where AI's learning how to pass Mario levels, and it just, I mean, since then, I mean, just imagine where we are now. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to Optimus, right? Like, I know we talked about it. It's like, I can't wait.
The robot.
to buy one of the first robots.
Yeah. Never have to fold laundry again.
Yeah. Never thought that I'd be like saving a whole bunch of money to not, like it would be a car, but no, I think I'm into a robot right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they can figure out the power situation, they can figure out how to just make this cheaper and make this more profitable. Like, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? So.
Well, the cost of solar is coming down quite a bit. I have solar on my house.
Where? Not in California.
Well, it's cost effective. I'll say that. Even though the panels were expensive, the price of energy here has gone up so much.
It's kind of dumb, right? Like,
it pays for itself pretty quickly.
California, let's lead the charge in solar power, and it's like, oh wait, too many people are on the grid now, are on using solar, so we're gonna have to raise electricity to catch up. And
yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
Who would have thought that could happen?
Yeah. Like, hey, let's lead the charge with electric vehicles. Oh, wait, we don't have enough cars that are using gas on the freeway, so let's raise the rates for registration because we need to grab that dollars back. And I'm like, you guys are dumb. Like, you guys did not think this through.
Yeah. Well, the new one here that everyone's been having heartburn over is the ban on gas appliances. Like, I have a gas water heater, and couple years I'm not going to be able to replace it. I'm going to have to switch to an electric pump.
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, I got a solution for that. I'm going to send to my boy Deech, and then Deech is going to UPS that thing to my house.
Drive one. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
It's going to be like a black market for gas appliances.
Heck yeah.
How ridiculous. All right, for our last topic, it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about Google's genetic engineering. Yes, the same crew that got fined for secretly recording people through their voice assistants now wants to drop 32 million mosquitoes across California and Florida. To be clear, they are releasing male mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia bacteria. They don't bite. That's a fun fact, actually. Male mosquitoes don't bite. It's only the females that bite you. They just mate with
what
the
about
wild...
the other ones? The ones that think they're females.
They just mate with the wild females, and the eggs won't hatch. This causes a population crash in mosquitoes, and in small-scale tests, they've actually seen some big drops in dengue in Singapore, near elimination at some California smaller test sites. Now, on the surface, it's pretty smart. Mosquitoes suck, literally. There's less West Nile, less malaria, less dengue, but, what do you think about Google doing this? The company that already knows about your life than your spouse is now engineering the local bug population. So what could possibly go wrong?
I'll let Raj go first, and then because I've got a whole slew of like WTF right now.
Keyword is on the surface. Again, they never think things through. I'm all I hate mosquitoes. I mean, I'm all for annihilating as many of them as possible, which I do on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm not, and Google doing this, is everybody run to ChatGPT now? Google's run out of people doing advertisement on Google. Is that what's going on? What are we doing?
I gotta breed mosquitoes.
They gotta breed mosquitoes.
I think what they're doing is they're roboticizing those mosquitoes to get people to do more, to buy more off Google ads and stuff like that. It's like a Google ad venture inside of those mosquitoes.
Yeah,
that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
But man, you know what? It's like, I don't think they thought this through. We're going to get these males to mate with these females. But then you forget about these other things that could happen. Like you get the superior male that mates with another male that you've never seen happen before.
And you get a super mosquito.
Then you get the super mosquito. That
bacteria-resistant mosquitoes.
Exactly, right? It's like, did you guys think about this? Like, really, really, really think about this. It's like, I don't think you did. I don't think we should be messing with stuff like that to begin with, right? This is how we ended up getting all kinds of craziness that's going on right now.
I get COVID 2.0.
And I've been more than COVID 2.0.
And I've never seen science around mosquito attractiveness, right? So I don't think they would have sat there and actually taken their time to make sure these males are actually attractive to the females. The females probably look at them going, I could clearly see that you got bacteria and that you're gross, so back away from me.
Yeah.
Majority of high school and college where it's show up in a bar and you're just like, not this guy, So I don't think they spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah. I think the idea here is that they think they understand what the results will be, which is the fact that these male mosquitoes will do something to the female mosquitoes and then reduce that population.
Yeah.
I don't think they know the science through the first or three stages of this thing, right? It's like, great, you lowered the population, but then you got 5 that are left that are just this super mosquito that'll sit there and just suck the blood out of everything out there, right? So
yeah.
And by the way, what type of imperialistic nonsense is that you're doing this in Singapore? Do these people know that this is happening over there?
No, that's the problem.
What is happening?
Maybe, I don't know. I know they're asking for EPA permission here to do that. I don't know if Singapore agreed to it. I don't know. You're not allowed to just release these things.
Vote? I just want to know, does this go to vote, or is this some hey, the EPA just chose that we're going to do this because it's good for the community? Huh?
Well, there is a public comment period that ends tomorrow. So by the time you listen to this, it'll be over. But if you have some thoughts, that's why they have a public comment period.
Yeah.
So
Not only no, but hell no. Leave the damn mosquitoes alone, right?
So I actually asked AI this. I said, well, what if we Thanos snapped every mosquito out of existence? Are there second or third order effects that could be negative? And for the most part, AI said no. They said there are certain birds that depend on mosquitoes for a food source, or plants that depend on mosquitoes to pollinate. But they said no. These birds might starve for 1 year, but they'll find a way. Birds and plants are amazingly resilient to that. By far, the world would be better off without mosquitoes. There's no question about that. But it's how we get there.
I think you're using fish needs mosquitoes, right? That's the larvae, all that other. It's part of the ecosystem. If God really wanted them gone, he would have never created them to begin with. They serve a purpose.
Chris, you're using a generative AI. You got to go use a predictive AI. It'll probably be a whole lot different.
All right, fair enough.
Use a different model.
All right, you tell me which model.
All of a sudden, population. It'll be like mosquito population down. All of a sudden, human population crash.
Or
the entire
way up.
world is over.
Right? Maybe it's a means of population control.
It is this Google's genetic engineering is like, hey, we asked Gemini if this was going to be okay, and they went through and said, yeah, it'd be fine. What a great idea, right? And here are 3 choices of how you can put this out.
Like I know here, I live in San Mateo County, and part of my property tax, there's like this line item that says like mosquito control, and I see the trucks. Like, they like fog like the entire neighborhood for these mosquitoes. They claim it's safe for humans and pets, but it'll get rid of the mosquitoes. I'm like, can this be any worse than the fog? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. No,
Yeah,
my
not
vote's
convinced.
no. I'm kind of tired of this whole like let's give everybody some type of injection to make sure they're cured of everything. It's like I'm done. Like stop giving me all these things, right?
Yeah,
Let me live.
Your body, your choice.
Yeah, my body, my choice. My body's used and abused. Right now. All the things that are inside
If
of
I'm
it.
gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my terms.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the military guys that are out there having to take all kinds of these medications when they go overseas, and it ain't good for you.
Yeah.
And they've proven over and over again that some of these things causes more issues than anything else.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a choice. So it's not a choice of the military. So.
Yep. All right. And on that down note, we continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week.
What?
Dad joke of the week.
This week, our guest Raja is up.
Raja.
All right. Here we go. So, waiter comes up to the table. Family just finished their meal, and waiter says, "Would you like a box for leftovers?" And the dad responds, "No, but I would like to wrestle you for it." But
Would you like the box for the leftover? I was processing it. I had to make the boxing motion for him for that one to click.
All right, I'll give you that one. Okay.
All right, to wrap things up, Meta's AI gave hackers control of nearly any account. A Google employee is going to jail on insider trading charges. Tech is seeing a layoff boomerang, and Google's getting into the genetic engineering business. That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars at the iTunes Store and Spotify, and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is search for the PEBCAK Podcast in your favorite podcast listening app. My co-host Glenn Medina and our guest Raja Khalid. I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next weekend. As always, have a nice day.
Bye, Felicia.
Have a nice day.